Oh boy, here goes something really unique. This is going to be a nighttime review. I didn't get a chance to do this during the day, so it's gonna happen at night. I'm using my Leica X-U underwater camera for a non-underwater video, and I'm also using a night core flashlight to light this guy up. And this is the HD25-SP. I don't know what the letters SP stand for, but the HD25-SP has a very simple plain headband, not the split headband like the HD25s and the Ampere and the aluminum. And it has extremely cheap ear pads, which are like sandpaper, and which I took off and replaced with these ear pads I stole from a Yamaha headphone. But you can get replacement ear pads for any of these HD25s online for about anywhere from $8 to $12. So any ear pad will do, although I'm using a pea leather type pad here, fairly cheap pad, and but the pads come with it, completely useless. If they even last for a couple of months without splitting, they would just feel like sandpaper and be I can't imagine anybody would even use them. Why Sennheiser uses that stuff, I don't know. The AirPads that they have on their HD280 are bad. The ones that they use on their PX200 are bad, and so that's the ones that they had on here were even worse. This HD25-SP was $150 retail compared to $250 for the regular HD25-1-2, and so I bought this from Sweetwater in Fort Wayne. Recommended. So anyway, there we are, the HD25-SP, and again, it follows that conventional design for the HD25s, for the Ampere, and HD25 aluminum, or whatever they call that. So here we are. And now, why is this not focusing? I don't know. Huh. Guess maybe it just has a zone there. Anyway, conventional design. The air cups, you know, slide on this sort of like a built-in gimbal here, and they do rotate all the way around. So you know, you got infinite rotation there, which is good. They seem to have no problem fitting vertically, going this direction. And they use a conventional Sennheiser cable with those little pin things, and going to the ear cups just like an HD 600, 650, 580, and so on. But since the cable's so long, and this is just a lightweight portable headphone, I'd be inclined to replace the cable as soon as I can. It's really long, and I only need about 4 feet. So not a whole lot to say about this headphone. It's light, very cheaply made. The sound, however, is quite good. I had the Ampere when it came out. Ampere had a pretty good sound. I liked it when I first put it on in the Apple Store in Cleveland, and I subsequently realized that it had a little bit too much bass impact and upper bass, and I wound up EQing that down a little bit, and that worked out pretty good. Pretty decent sound there. And I thought maybe if I've got this sound curve up here on my phone, I might be able to show you this. Let's see if we can turn that around here and see how it displays on the screen. Oh yes, there we are. Okay, so what we're looking at here is we've got an emphasis right around 130 hertz of, oh, who knows, 45 decibels. That's not much. And we had a recess around let me think, it must be about 450 hertz, maybe 440, and I've got that boosted up about 4 decibels. So there's a little recess there, and I've got there's a little bit of a recess around 3 kilohertz, and no, a little bit of emphasis actually, and about a 6 decibel recess around pretty close to 5 kilohertz, and but that's about all I found to get a really perfect, pretty flat curve with a really good sound stage and everything else. Now with this curve implemented on the Audio Forge equalizer on my iPhone 6s Plus. The sound stage just jumps right out, and the sound becomes really nice. And so there it is. And that's not much of a correction. It's a pretty excellent sound for for a $150 headphone. And considering that it's the very cheapest thing they make in this line with such awful ear pads, you pay $150 for this, add $10 for the ear pads, that's $160, and I don't know if anybody would be inclined to replace the cable. I would think so. But that would be a much bigger expense. But anyway, and the headband pad, it's not really a pad, there's just some little piece of sponge or something up here, but it's very stiff, almost non-existent, and well, there's not much to say about that. So this headphone fits a huge variety of head sizes, has really great sound with decent ear pads, which you can get from almost anywhere, and it's all plastic, and heck, I don't know, you can get a lot cheaper headphones that sound pretty good, but this to me has a pretty close to a real professional sound. I mean, it's as good as any of the Biodynamic DT770s, and probably better than that even. So HD25-SP, highly recommend it if you're willing to replace the ear pads or possibly even replace the cable. The box that came in, of course, was just kind of stiff paper with a little hanger for putting it up on a retail rack. No real accessories. And although there was a screw-on adapter on this cable, let's see if we can find the rest of the cable here. I've kind of bundled this up to shorten it a little bit. Rubber band here, but here we have the 3.5mm threaded part here, and then once you put that 1/4-inch adapter on there, it just screws down, but it doesn't really snap on for a really solid connection. So I don't agree with any of these screw-on adapters. I just don't like them. So this is like your cheap electrical cord, two-sided, that are kind of glued together here. That's what they use for 600, 650 as far as I know. So I've had quite a few of those. So anyway, here we go. I like it. I like it a lot, but I'm not gonna keep it unless I can replace this cable pretty soon. So anyway, there we go. Sennheiser HD25-SP, and thank you very much.